In this video, I'd like to compare and contrast the typical financial planning process with our Money and Life Pathfinding program. And often when you go to a financial advisor's office for a financial plan, it always gravitates towards a retirement plan. And the first thing you're asked is, well, how much money do you need to retire on? And of course, nobody knows. So in our example, we're going to use $80,000 a year after tax when we retire. And of course, we always assume that prior to retirement, you're fine. So we don't need to worry about those years. And once we do that, we just crunch some numbers and we see that, oh, you're going to run out of money probably around age 80, so you do need to save a bit more money. Isn't that inspiring? What a financial plan. So in our Money and Life Pathfinding program, we take a quick look, do a little values exercise, and we can see the results here in aggregate for Bob and Jill. And we can see that the values that are important to them are things like adventure, enjoyment, family, friendship, health. So one of the questions is, are you directing your money towards those types of things? And another thing that we like to take a look at are Jill and Bob's financial attitudes. And we can see that Jill really doesn't enjoy working. So if we do find a financial shortfall, we probably don't want to develop a plan that says, hey, Jill, you have to work a little bit longer, because she's not going to be too inspired with that plan. Now, of course, we need to find out what you're spending your money on today and where you think you might want to spend it in the future. So we can see, for example, you enter property taxes, operating expenses, the typical things like groceries and things. They like to go to restaurants, so maybe spend $3,000 a year on restaurants. Maybe do that to age 80. Who knows? General entertainment, some costs in there. They like to go on vacation, so we'll do vacations with the kids. Somewhere hot in the summertime or in the winter. When we retire, maybe we'll spend a little bit more money, but only to about 77, 78. And we just continue on and build that out. Now when we run the numbers and see how long the money's going to last, we can see, there is no shortfall. There is enough money. Let's take a quick look at their cash flow, though. And we can see when we look at their cash flow, they actually have surplus income coming in each year of about $45,000 a year. Now, this is pretty typical. This is a couple, they make $200,000 a year. When I ask them how much they're spending, they don't know. And there's about $45,000 just slipping through their fingers. So the idea is, okay, how can we use this money and allocate it somewhere else? Let's take one other quick look. Let's see what they are spending in retirement, because we previously said they needed $80,000, but when we detail their expenses, we can see here they're spending about $78,000. Let's just click on one of these so we can break it down. We can see about $9,000 is going to tax, so let's just say they're spending about $70,000 a year after tax. So let's take this a little bit farther. What other things are Bill and Jill talking about? What? They'd like to do a bathroom renovation. They'd like to renovate the kitchen at some point. Even the basement needs some work. Let's pave the driveway, get a sprinkler system in, and a hot tub would be nice too. If we look at vacations, click on here. They'd like to do some family vacations with the kids and grandkids. They don't have grandkids yet, but when they retire, maybe they would spend some money on that. And the other thing that they like to do, or Bob would like to do anyway, is when the kids get a bit older and it's time to buy a house, they'd like to give them some money for a down payment. So when we do that, what are the implications? Does it still work? And we can see here, it still works, and they have an income, or they'll spend most of their money, but they'll have about $344,000 left. And if we look at their net worth, there's still the value of the home in there, so we're sitting just shy of $1 million. So just to summarize, what I have done is I've shown you the typical financial planning process quickly and compared it with our Money and Life Pathfinding program. And I think what you'll see is that our program is a little bit more, inspiring and more realistic, and it really puts you in control of the financial planning process.